This is the BCA Float E2, volume 35. This is going to be an activation pool, and then I will cover more about the bag afterwards. I actually added something to this bag though from a previous bag that they don't make anymore, which is a snorkel. And it's compatible. I was able to put the tube down the pack, and it's coming out near the supercapacitor, which I'll talk more about that, but let's see if it works for a second time here. Great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. I did the first activation pool from the factory folded backpack, and then I went ahead and deflated it, folded it myself, and I wanted to make sure that my work would deploy, because that's what's most important. Being able to fold it yourself and understand if your work is gonna work, and it does. Good volume, quick activation. This actually has the after I think 3 minutes, it automatically starts slowly deflating. So if you are buried under the snow, it'll shrink down and create more volume within the, let's say you're in somewhat of a cave inside the snow, it'll create more of an area for you to have more oxygen, which is fantastic. But again, this is from an old bag they don't make anymore. You'll find this symbol called Advinate. Loved the bag. I don't know why they stopped making it, but it came with the snorkel itself was the activation cable, and so you would pull this and then put it in your mouth, and it's a rebreather, in a sense. The airflow intake is from here, so as long as that's not covered in snow, you're able to breathe in, and then all the oxygen goes through the tube, and our carbon dioxide would go out the tube, and I was able to feed it down to where the supercapacitor is right here, right down here, and where the supercapacitor is on this bag, there's a nice mesh screen, so the tube is going right to that mesh screen, and all my carbon dioxide is going out to the side here. What Advinate had shown is that most avalanches, even with the airbag, you could still get buried, and you have still 10-15 minutes of oxygen in and out because you're just breathing in such a tight area. But with this, by diverting your carbon dioxide, that what is that, 1 to 2 feet, maybe 3 feet, not quite, you're actually elongating your time under snow upwards of 45 minutes to an hour. In most tests it's pushing an hour. That to me is huge, and so I was like, I really want this snorkel, and I can't find any bags that do it. They have the Avalon. Cool. I don't like another thing attached to me. I already get to have my beacon on me, so being able to put this in and make it compatible is fantastic. If you don't have this, you can probably make your own. I've got some ideas, but it's a pretty simple design, and it's just a tube.